Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Riverside for this afternoon's matchup between Notre Dame Green Pond and the Riverside Lady Vikes here on the John Madola Show Network. Paul Brennan, the superintendent, joining us this afternoon. A pleasure to have you here. And we're expecting a good basketball game today. District 11 meets District 2. So we'll see how this goes. Here's Kylie Lavelle bringing it down, and it'll go over to Rose. Rose will try to drive in, goes off her foot, it'll go the other way. So Grace Madej will bring it down here for Notre Dame Green Pond. They're out of Easton, Pennsylvania. And in-your-face defense there by Karpinski. They'll throw to the other side, rotate around, and get the score from the outside. Madej for the tray.
Grace Madej, a three-pointer.
So here comes Kylie Lavelle down the other side. She tries to drive, and she gets fouled down low. Veteran official crew here today. Tony Blazer out of Elk Lake travels the circuit for college basketball. He'll go up to Vermont and Maine. He does some big games, and then he does some high school basketball. Kylie Lavelle will head over to the free throw line.
Under 10, first person.
Free throw goes. And from what I understand, they got a young lady here at Notre Dame Green Pond who's headed to Rutgers, so they have some talent. Not only we have Kylie Lavelle headed down to Philadelphia to play at Drexel. I mean, they got a good player as well, which is nice to see. You know, we'll have some good competition today. 3-2. So Notre Dame Green Pond will move it around. Josh Coppy's been at it a long time, 17 years there. Outside three, going to be short off the front of the rim. Lavelle gets the rebound. Rose now will look to drive in the lane. That's her strength. And high off the glass, scored, and a Lady Vikes lead.
Number 23 on the basket, Kayla Rose.
So here is DeFranco driving. She comes up short. Rebound, though, and that's the kind of stuff. Miklos right there, 5-4. Drive here by Taylor Long. Rebound Rose and draws another foul. That'll be the second foul here against Notre Dame Green Pond. She'll head over to the free throw line. 6:12 on the clock. We're in quarter number one here on the John Madola Show Network. You can watch us on YouTube, on Facebook, on the Boxcast app, on Roku, on Apple TV, and Periscope.
Lady Vikes, Kayla Rose, one shot. Emma Zamball, number 30, checks in for Green Pond.
You see what kind of Coach Klopp is. He's over there just having a conversation with this player and explaining what he sees out there on the floor. No yelling, no, just a nice, clear explanation. We go inside. Rose tried to get it in her hands. Off her hands, it goes over to number 22. That's Bates. She is 6'1" and a junior. You're going to see a lot of her athletic ability today. Goes back to the outside now. 5-4. It is Notre Dame Green Pond leading by 1. High energy here in the gymnasium. Not a lot of fans, just a couple of parents, but the three-pointer there. Reagan Cooper throws that downtown. Lavelle on the driver. So Riverside comes right back. Kylie Lavelle, she had 35 against Dunmore in a tight loss here at home. They were down big, but the Lady Vikes fought all the way back and made it just a couple of point game. So Bates now trying to be guarded down low. Right there's Karpinski with a nice defense. Just put her hands up. She's going to bring it down this end, see what she can do. She'll slow things down, try to set up the offense here for the Lady Vikes. Rose tries to post up, and they call that a foul down low is travel. 4:53 on the clock here in the first quarter. John Mendola, Paul Brennan, the superintendent, with us here at Riverside, giving you today's ball game here. Want to thank our platinum sponsors, Gahan Auto and Pond La Hockey. Driver there by Notre Dame Greenpond, DeFranco. She ain't afraid of no contact. So no call. That was probably a good no call. And 10-6. This is what we wanted today. Lavelle eyeing up the tray. Babunski.
Lavelle, a three-pointer.
10-9 is the score. Notre Dame Greenpond, you could tell they're a savvy team. Steal by Lavelle. She's going up against Bates. Lavelle stopping, almost a popping, and finishing one here.
It's Kylie Lavelle.
11-10. Kylie, 11-10. Kylie Lavelle just wanting to take over. You saw in a game against Old Ford where she got mad. She got hit hard. She responded when she got mad. She came out and just started scoring left and right. Great battle down low by number 30, Zambo. She did her all. There are three Lady Vikes all around her. We got a timeout, and Coach Kopp pretty happy over there. We'll take an audio timeout, be right back. So we're back, 11-10, the Lady Vikes lead. Paul Brennan, John Mendola with you today for Riverside Lady Vikes basketball. 1 o'clock varsity only start. Karpinski Trey off the front of the rim, goes to the backside as Morgan Antonacci tried to battle there. You could see the quickness and, of course, just good basketball players here with Notre Dame Greenpond. Bates with an extra step. That's a fantastic move, but took the extra step. Yeah, and she's probably almost halfway there. Probably has 7 or 8 of those points here for Riverside thus far out of the 11. Karpinski moving it around, back over to Emily Taylor. Could hit a three or drive, and they got to her there. Great defense by number 11, Cooper. They're coming the other way. That is DeFranco. Back over to number 1, Madej. She'll look around, and Karpinski gets right on it.
Bella McKeefery checks in the Lady Vike lineup, replacing number 5, Morgan Antonacci.
So McKeefery's into the ball game now. She's a senior, headed to Wilkes, and really just tell the way she plays on the balls of her feet. Just plays great defense and always in somebody's grill defensively. Grace Medea, 5'5" senior. You got experience on this club, 13-11, the kind of ball club you want. You can see the bench here for Notre Dame Greenpond cheering on their squad. That's all they got. Rose inside from Taylor.
Number 23, Taylor Rose, with the assist from Emily Taylor.
So we are tied at lucky number 13 apiece with 1:49 to go. Karpinski all over DeFranco over there trying to guard her. McKeefery's got a tall task in Madej. Baker from long range. That rims out and the battle underneath, and every bucket, every rebound matters. Here is Kylie Lavelle. Baker will try to guard her. Lavelle will try to take her baseline. Tries to go in, gets it in, and they call it travel? How is that a travel? All right, that's a travel. Yeah, if she steps on the line, but I didn't see that as a travel. All right, 1:28 on the clock. But, hey, we got a competitive basketball game here today, and we'll take it. Here on the John Mendola Show Network, we thank Gahan Auto Store and Pond La Hockey, our platinum sponsors. We'll tell you more about our gold sponsors coming up at the break. See the ball getting moved around here from Notre Dame Green Pond. Very disciplined. High basketball IQ for Coach Kopp. 1:04 on the clock. Bidet drives in. They're always finding that open person. Three-pointer doesn't make it. Big box out there from McKeefery. So Taylor going to move around. It is almost pull the trigger there. Lavelle. And Taylor tries to keep it alive as Rose's shot goes errant. Karpinski got jabbed in the face. And the official said it's going the other way, much to the array of some parents here. And again, we have limited spectators here, the parents of the Riverside players, and some Notre Dame Green Pond parents today. A couple. Yeah, yes, it sure is. 18 seconds on the clock, 13 apiece. And nice job by Karpinski. And Paul Orzel says it's going this way with 14.1 seconds. Altmaier is now into the ball game. So Emma Altmaier is a sophomore for Notre Dame Green Pond. John Mendola, Paul Brennan with you here. First quarter coming to a close, 10 seconds on the clock. Kylie Lavelle goes around one, goes around two, three people right there. Lavelle can't hit that first. Rose is there, gets stuffed with 3.2 seconds on the clock. So no foul down low. They said it was a clean sweep away. Lavelle will inbound. Get a little cross there. Rose. Lavelle, score it at the buzzer, 15-13. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back. Okay, we are back here at Riverside. Want to thank our platinum sponsors, Gahan Auto Store, Pond La Hockey, and our gold sponsors, Ginny Joe's Precision Construction, SNF, People's Security Bank, and parents of the class of 2021. John Mendola, Paul Brennan, 2-point lead, Riverside. Baker, no go on that one. And now we'll get a jump ball, and it'll be Riverside basketball. .7:45, quarter number 2. Kylie Lavelle almost got pickpocketed by Baker. Now Lavelle's open quickly as she was down. McKeefery will look, gets it over to her on the outside. Skip pass, Taylor, back Karpinski looking to get it into Rose. A little bit of a force. Rose somehow comes up with it and then loses it, comes back, gets it, and luckily Riverside has the basketball after that exchange. They're like octopuses, these girls from Notre Dame Green Pond. They're just reaching and reaching, all legal stuff, but just very good basketball players. So, again, we're going to see a lot of defense here, much like we saw last night with Mid-Valley and Riverside. What a great basketball game on the boys' side that was. But two very good teams here this afternoon. A pleasure to give you this game here in the John Mendola Show Network. We got to travel. So Kylie Lavelle will bring it down. She'll be guarded by Antonia Bates. Lavelle against Bates. Lavelle thought she should have used the backboard there, went between it, missed it, but luckily for the Lady Vikes, they come back with it. Lavelle down, not down, almost, and a battle underneath. We'll get a foul on Riverside, I think. This should be over the back. 2 team fouls, 1 team foul. I mean, it's a clean play game, and it's just played really gritty so far early.
First personal. Lady Vikes first.
So here comes DeFranco driving. She ran into a roadblock, and it's a travel. Karpinski throws it over to the official. They get it back. And Tony Blazer will say, let's get that ball in. Jack Mikhailo. Cooper comes back in. She's a junior at 5'7". Boy, this team's long, too. 5'7", 5'10", 6'1". They have some nice size to them, Notre Dame Green Pond. They trail by 2, that is, to the Lady Vikes of Riverside here. 6:06 on the clock. Rose knifing through the lane. What she does best.
Kayla Rose on the last bucket.
(17-13), 5:47 on the clock. Now we're back over to the other side, and we'll get a little pickpocket there by McKeefery. So back to Notre Dame Green Pond with the basketball with 5:32 to go. Outside bomb by Baker. Bates.
Bates, three-pointer.
17-16. That is Bates. Misspoke, I think, on her earlier. It's Bates. Nice play. 17-16. Rose didn't convert, but Kiefer got in there. Rose got in there. Jump ball. And the possession will stay Riverside's way.
Katie Sloboda, and for the Lady Vikes, replacing number 15, Elise Karpinski.
So we got a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. 17-16. Audio timeouts between timeouts. Taylor off the rim. Rose will battle that. Bates comes up with it. Rose, great play. Lavelle coming the other way. Separation, Lavelle, score. The bucket, 19-16. So,
Antonia Bates, a 3.
how about Bates? That was way out there. This is a great battle to see. 19 apiece, 4:18 on the clock. McKeefrey looking back over. Sloboda's in the ball game. McKeefrey has a look. Skip past Taylor. Taylor will light this up. Oh, got robbed. Rebound. Rose.
Kayla Rose, for 2.
21-19. Agreed. Outside shot, that is off the mark, and Sloboda comes up with it. Gets over to McKeefer. McKeefer will come down and eye it up right now. Back over Emily Taylor now. Gets it over to Kayla Rose. Quick move. Kayla Rose, great shot. Rebound. Oh, normally something Rose would finish. Lavelle scored that bucket, 23-19. She's got to be close, 3:29 on the clock. 4-point advantage here for the Lady Vikes. Yeah, great leadership you always hear from Jack Mikhailo on netish. We'll get some substitutions here. I think we're going to get a quick break here. So a little bit of a mass break. They won't call it that. They'll call it a media timeout. We'll call it whatever we want, but we'll take a timeout. We're back here, Riverside, 23-19, 3:13 to go here on the clock. Get it over to the other side. Here it is Karpinski. Knife it in. It is Rose, unable to finish that. So tough defense down low by Zambo, just being in her way. Well, we talked a little bit about Kylie Lavelle getting fired up. You could see in the way Antonia Bates is playing now that she's very fired up. She wants to match everything Kylie Lavelle is doing. So we're going to foul down low.
Zambo's first personal team third.
Absolutely. And all respect to Bates as Lavelle's on the free throw line. Here a pin drop in here. They're shooting free throws, huh?
One shot.
That goes. 25-19, a 6-point lead. That seems big in this game, but much like last night's game, you figured Mid-Valley wasn't going away. I don't think Notre Dame Green Pond's going away. They're just too good. Karpinski now. Rose, back to Karpinski. Smart play by Rose, just not forcing it there. As Karpinski now will have the basketball. Bates right there to steal it. Lavelle will try to get in her way. And blocked over there by Lavelle. And then a reach by Notre Dame Green Pond. That's a great play. Lavelle, no foul on her. Nice discipline.
DeFranco, number 3 on the personal. Her first. Lady Crusaders, 4.
.2:15 on the clock. 25-19 is the score. And we got a timeout.
Timeout, Lady Vikes.
We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back. Audio timeout. We are back here on the John Mendola Show Network. John Mendola and Paul Brennan with you here this afternoon for the contest. Kylie Lavelle leading the Lady Vikes so far today, but so is Kayla Rose. Can't get that one. Karpinski trying to keep it alive, and then finally gets into DeFranco's hands for Notre Dame Green Pond. They trail by 6, their biggest deficit today. Spinning around, Cooper after the timeout. Bates looked like she is super energized right now for Notre Dame Green Pond. We'll get a reach. So Antonacci
number 5, Morgan
on the foul.
First personal.
$1:40 on the clock. Our platinum sponsors, Gahan Auto Store and Pond La Hockey, here at the gymnasium for the Lady Vikes and Vikes all season long. Lavelle on a steal. Lavelle coming the other way. Kylie Lavelle unable to finish. It's Karpinski, now Lavelle. Bodies on the floor, and it'll be Lady Vikes basketball. 1:28 to go here in the second quarter. Still a 6-point lead. 8 would be nice. 9 would be better. Rose, as scrappy as you get, couldn't come up with that. Back the other way now is Notre Dame Green Pond. Lavelle right there over Bates. Ball still inbounds. Bates frustrated, and Karpinski, and then we got a foul. That's a tough call there. Looked like the ball was just tied up. You can tell Bates a little frustrated there. But at the same time, if you're her, you're thinking, okay, hey, they're all over me. But it looked pretty clean. So the fouls are adding up a little bit now. We got 4 fouls apiece with 1:08 to go, but still pretty cleanly played here in the first half between Notre Dame Green Pond and Riverside. 17 years again, Josh Kopp at the helm. Wide open 3. That one clinks out. Still alive. Who's going to grab it? Who wants it a little bit more? Notre Dame Green Pond. By just a hair. Skip pass over to the other side, wide open. They get a look, and they get the roll. Reagan Cooper.
For 2.
Steal. Bates. And Bates gets it up and in. 30 seconds on the clock. 25-23. So 2 big buckets. Could have been an 8-9 point lead. Now we're down to 2, but that's what a team like Notre Dame Green Pond's going to do. Bates now holding on to Lavelle. She's getting frustrated. Antonacci gets held, and they will call this foul. Yes.
Number 1, Grace Madej, first personal.
Karpinski will come back in. We'll bring out, that is McKeefery will come in, and Karpinski will take a break with 13.2 seconds to go. 5 team fouls, Notre Dame Green Pond. 4 team fouls for the Lady Vikes. Taylor, Lavelle. Can't make it. Lavelle gets her own rebound. Kylie Lavelle finds the hole. Well, congratulations to Kylie, scoring her 1,000th career point as a junior.
1,000 point for Kylie Lavelle, the 13th Lady Vike in history to do it. 1,000 points. And the 26th overall athlete in the area.
So they're going to get some quick pictures here for Lavelle. And, of course, you have to thank Notre Dame Green Pond. We're in the middle of a game. We got 5.8 seconds to go. At this moment, they take the quick picture, try to get it all done. 1,000 points as a junior for Kylie Lavelle. Nice job, and congratulations to her. This might be interesting to fire up Antonia Bates a little bit more. She's just a very good competitor for the other squad. One last picture coming. I got about 13, but you know how it is. They want to get 14. That's the way it works. It's a memory. And the coach for Notre Dame Green Pond, Kylie Lavelle, will head into the locker room here with 5.8 seconds to go. So we've got 5 players back on the floor. Karpinski will come in. No foul, 5 seconds left. So Lavelle's now headed back to the locker room here. So here comes Notre Dame Green Pond. Outside shot open, gonna not make it and run out of time. 27-23. We're gonna take that audio timeout, Paul Brennan. We come back in quarter number 3. We'll talk a little bit more about what just happened. We'll be back.
23 is the score. John Mendola, Paul Brennan with you today as Notre Dame Green Pond now will get the basketball. Trailing by 4. Outside, bucket doesn't make it. They went over Rose's back. No call there. It'll come the other way. It'll be Morgan Antonacci. 7:38 here early. Kylie Lavelle already with 19 points and her 1,000th career point. Lavelle tries to scoop it in, gets fouled.
Great move to the basket there for Kylie Lavelle. Like, again, mentioned earlier in the first half how aggressive Kayla was. You saw that in the first possession. We need to keep that up because this is going to come down to a 1, 2, or 3-point game, I believe.
So Lavelle will get on that free throw line to try to add to her total. And it goes a little tight. We saw last night how Mid-Valley's three-pointer to win the game rimmed out. Unfortunate for them, but fortunate for the Vikings in what was a classic game last night between Mid-Valley and the Vikings of Riverside. And Lavelle will hit that free throw. 7:30 on the clock and a 5-point lead. John Mendola, Paul Brennan with you this afternoon as District 11 meets District 2. Two quality basketball teams. And things will be tight again when the playoffs come around. Only one team will make it from the district tournament to the state tournament in District 2. Haven't heard what District 11 plans are. Going the other way, Karpinski, Lavelle. Baker comes over to kind of help out. And now Lavelle will survey back over to Taylor. They go to the corner. It's Karpinski, quick move. Taylor gets the three. Gonna be no go. Battle underneath and the rebound coming the other way. We'll go to number 3. Get my glasses on. We'll check out to Franco. Gets it over to Zambo. And then they go back over to Zambo. Looking around. Got nobody home. But finally gets it to her teammate. Bates.
Yeah, John, one thing I do like about the Notre Dame team is that their scoring was balanced, and they definitely all worked very hard to, as a team effort. You saw DeFranco on the box out down on that end and the rebound. Little undersized, but guess what? She gets the job done.
6:13 on the clock here in the third quarter. On the John Mendola Show Network, you saw right there, Bates was looking for a call. She'll get one here as she'll head over to the free throw line.
She does have that nice move where she goes right and then spins left. That time she got the benefit on the call.
Number 22, Kylie Lavelle, first.
Going to look to add to her total. I believe she had eight in the first half. 2 threes in that fast break layup.
And the competitor that she is,
Bates,
she wants to catch Kylie Lavelle. More importantly, she looks like a team player and wants her team to win, much like Kylie Lavelle does with her team. As Coach Kopp looks on over there, 17 years. And again, Notre Dame Green Pond, Easton, PA is where they reside.
One thing about Kylie and number 22's game is they have that outside game now. That's what they're going to use at the next level. Sometimes you see somebody of that height that's all inside game, but they're both going to play the guard at the next level.
5:46 on the clock, 4-point lead, and the ball's thrown away. It'll go the other way. I want to thank Alhan Auto Store Pondla Hockey for being the platinum sponsor here in the gymnasium at Riverside. So there's 5:40 on the clock here in the third quarter. Notre Dame Green Pond, they've traveled light, no JV game. Lavelle, their little physical play. Normally that might be a call. They're going to let these two go at it a little bit. Runner there from Notre Dame Green Pond. Karpinski on the rebound. Rose now back over, looking to see if she can distribute it. And now Rose will just bring it down on her own. Karpinski back over to the other side to Antonacci. Antonacci, they kind of poke checking her as if it was a hockey game. Sticking that arm in, the extra long arm here for Notre Dame Green Pond. They're good at that. Lavelle way downtown, score it.
That's what she's going to have to be able to do at the next level. Look really smooth there.
31-24. How about a 7-point advantage here for Riverside? Notre Dame Green Pond struggling on the offensive end. They're going to run in the center, and they rimmed out there. Rebound. Ooh, that's tough. Karpinski had it for a second and then couldn't get anybody close enough to it.
So I don't know much about their team, John, but what I've witnessed is you can't leave Cooper, and you definitely can't leave Mayday. Bates is their go-to, but our best matchup here, I think, because we think Kylie can neutralize number 22, but number 1, Bella McKeefrey and Morgan Antonacci have a tough assignment on them tonight.
Yes, they sure do. DeFranco back over to Madej. 4:21 on the clock and 1 foul each here in the third quarter. As Antonia Bates and Kylie Lavelle match it up. Rose, steal, no. Nice job over there by Zambo to keep it alive. That was a big play there for Notre Dame Green Pond. That 3 is going to not make it. Rebound, Karpinski looking. Got Antonacci. Antonacci's against Bates. Better slow it down. And it's going to be a turnover. Got to be every possession here. You let this team back in here, it's going to be tough. 7-point lead. And Zambo just swats it. Tried to get her hand in there. Coach Mikhailo now yelling out what he wants. Very adamant. Wasn't happy with that last possession. 3:30 on the clock. When you're smelling it like Coach Mikhailo is right now, you want it.
Here's what Jack's doing. He got Emily on the right side now, so if Kylie drives on that right side and they help, she's going to be wide open for that 3-pointer. So I like the adjustment there. I saw her, number 33, Emily Taylor, float to that strong side corner, and that's great action that they need to get. Kylie driving and kicking or driving and finishing. I also think we need to go to Rose again. Rose is the key because I think has the one up on that matchup that she's got on her.
Take a quick audio timeout here at Riverside, 31-24. We are back here at Riverside. John Mendola, Paul Brennan, the superintendent, with us this afternoon. 31-24, the Lady Vikes lead. Thank our platinum sponsors, Gahan Auto, Ponla Hockey, 3-pointer, Emily Taylor. Downtown Taylor.
And what that does, John, is that extends it to 10. So now you'll find out a lot about this Notre Dame Green Pond team. This is where a coach says, hey, look, we get the next 6, the game's going to go our way. So I know that's what, from hearing Coach Mikhailo enough time, that's what he's saying in the huddle. We get the next 6 points, we're going to blow this thing open.
So Karpinski fell on the ground, and she gets called on the foul. 2:43 on the clock. Now we got another timeout here. We'll take an audio timeout. Be right back. Well, we're back here at Riverside. 34-24 is the score. 2:43 on the clock, quarter 3. after a timeout. Notre Dame Green Pond here. We'll see if they can unleash Antonia Bates. Bates guarded by Lavelle. She's going to move around a little bit more outside. Three-pointer, no go. McKeefrey with the rebound. Trying to get out of dodge, and now Lavelle will try to push Bates down court. Lavelle taking this thing down court, double teamed right now. Then they pull out. She'll come back over to the point. Gets a pick over there by Taylor. They look for Taylor open on the other side. Try to get it into Rose. That was a little bit of a forced ball still on the floor. McKeefrey comes up with it. Bates battling. Timeout. Wow, that's a lucky call. I don't know that they had possession for the timeout, but Jack Michaela was right there with Tony Blazer. That's a very fortunate call right there. We'll take a quick audio timeout. We'll be right back here. Well, Paul Brennan, 2:10 here on the clock in the third quarter. We'll get a side possession here for the Lady Vikes. And after that quick timeout there, they're fortunate with that call. Back over into number 22, Kylie Lavelle's hands. Taylor eyes up the three, gets fouled out there. Good sportsmanship there. And she'll head it over to the free throw line.
I like the call coming out of a timeout on a sideline. Got our shooter a clean look, and the end result is she'll shoot three. I think the referee, Mr. Blazer, anticipated she was picking that last one up, but happy that we got a veteran crew here. Tony and Paul Orzel and Corey Gaspard, they've been around this game for a long time, so it's nice to see them out there. The other thing I noticed really quickly is Bella McKeefrey coming into the game. You saw Karpinski, who had, if you rewind the video, she had two or three key rebounds on the weak side that started our fast breaks. So everybody's making an impact, even though the scoring might be on one side.
We had mentioned blowing this thing open, something that I didn't see, but it's now a 13-point advantage. Bates for Notre Dame Green Pond. They're not used to being down. They're 5-2 this year, but a quality program out of District 11, out of Eastern Pennsylvania. Moving the ball around. Coach Kopp looking for a little bit more. Trying to see this team battle back here late in the third. Bates will try to see what she could do against Lavelle. She's going to come. I think she almost needs to challenge Lavelle at this point for Notre Dame Green Pond. That's a good free throw. Right on the free throw line, Sydney DeFranco scores it. 37-26, 1:25 to go. Important to see how the end of this third goes. Lavelle goes with a runner. Huge shot there.
For two.
She loves that runner. But that last trip for Notre Dame Green Pond, created by number one again, who kicked it to DeFranco. DeFranco, in her credit, knocked it down and made a nice shot. There goes Karpinski in for the layup. Again, it started on the defensive end like it always does.
Karpinski.
Elise Karpinski, 30-second timeout with 58.8 seconds to go. Here in the third quarter. Interesting timeout, 41-26. We'll take that timeout. We're back here at Riverside. John Mendola, Paul Brennan. Third quarter, still got a minute to go. And the deficit is 15 here for Notre Dame Green Pond. Riverside's got to keep that foot on the gas. Bates has taken a break, and Coach Kopp is sitting over there going to chat with her for a couple of minutes. Maybe try to motivate her for that fourth quarter. Lavelle coming up with the basketball. Here is Kylie Lavelle going to take everybody on. How about that little backyard layup? Gorgeous from Kylie Lavelle.
And the thing they forget, John, you saw her get her milestone of 1,000 points tonight. She was injured most of her freshman year with a fall on the ice. So she could have been chasing some of our all-time records maybe if she had that freshman year and puts together a good senior year that's healthy. Look at Rose, very aggressive.
Tried to get it down court, 4 seconds on the clock, quick little pull up, and they get the banker, 43-28. So nice job by Notre Dame Green Pond, just trying to finish it off. Quarter number 4 coming your way between Notre Dame Green Pond and the Riverside Lady Vikes here on the John Mendola Show Network, thanking Gahan Auto Store and Pondla Hockey. Okay, here we go. Quarter number 4 coming your way here on the John Mendola Show Network. Bates will guard Lavelle. Sat for about a minute. Coach Kopp knows what he's doing. Experienced coach will try to motivate her to get her to play. Say, hey, you got 1 quarter here. Try to match up against one of the best players. She's a very good player in her own right. So this will be a nice matchup to see here. 7:39 on the clock. Paul Brennan's with us this afternoon here at Riverside. Nice little matinee affair as that long armor right there getting that poke out. And that is number 1.
John, I'm glad to see you upgraded with the YouTube, the Boxcast. I know our fans, parents especially, really appreciate it. They're watching on their big screens at home and very appreciative during this tough year.
Good battle down low. Karpinski, McKeefrey, Rose, name them all. And then we get a foul down low. But yeah, great to be on Roku, Apple TV. You can fire it up on the big screen at home. Of course, it's there forever on YouTube. So if you have a TV, a smart TV, you just put it on YouTube. And a Monday night, a Thursday after the game, you want to watch it again, you can watch it again. Of course, it's on Roku. It's on the Boxcast app for up to 1 year as well. So all kind of positive things. And we appreciate everything that the school board here at Riverside has done. Getting us a real quality signal over here with our Ethernet. Paul Brenner, of course, the superintendent. And this gymnasium, Paul, is beautiful. Look at, I mean, the signage that you guys have done is just Bates with a scooper. She's going to get fouled by Lavelle as she tried to force that one. But the signage in particular, I mean, not all schools have the senior poster banners up there, pictures on the wall. And you guys have done a tremendous job here.
Right in time for the live streams, right? Now, we've had you for a few years, but what our goals are every year is we do a little bit every year. And then over time, as you see, we're very proud of this place. We added the banners hanging from the rafters this year, which was something different. But we try to do a little every year to keep it going so that when the kids walk in, I know our physical education teachers, there's a lot of pride in this environment.
Heard a little bit of a slap over there from Bates on Lavelle. No call. Mikhailo throws up his arms like, hey, how about that? But, hey, it's 3 fouls apiece. These 2 girls going at it. Kylie Lavelle now just looking for open people. Rose trying to battle down low. They tried to force it into her. And she's got such a presence down there. They're just like, hey, we can get it into her. We know she's going to make it. But sometimes there's one too many extra forces, but you're up 15 right now. Karpinski. Notre Dame Green Pond right now is just struggling offensively. This is very uncharacteristic of them, the way they started out the game. Little physical play there, trap in the quarter, Karpinski. Good hands by Rose, looking around. She'll dribble in, dribble out, Taylor and Lavelle. 6:25 on the clock here in quarter number 4. Lavelle going against Baker. Lavelle trying to drive in. You're just going to play keep away at this point. And you know what? It's the smart thing to do. Why force stuff and let Notre Dame Green Pond get too many chances? So I think the discipline from Mikhailo, great block there by number 10, Miklos. But the discipline right now, Baker way downtown. How about that? 45-33, 5:57 on the clock. You gotta like the competitiveness of this.
Well, she's a tremendous player, and when I said blow it wide open is because when you're late in a game and it gets to double digits, the losing or the team that's down tries to do things that they typically wouldn't do, and that's what you saw when Notre Dame was a little bit out of sorts. Great shot by Bates, but if that one doesn't go in, you know, that's not one the coach is hopeful of.
Nicholas, number 10 on the first.
Great point, 5:42 on the clock, 45-33.
Keela Rose at the line, 1 shot.
I did give a shout out to Dan Digwood, our AD, and Jared Bonda, our trainer here on Facebook today or yesterday. And truly, we've been asking a lot out of those two during this pandemic. Same as you probably see, John, as an educator. Our teachers, you can't say enough about our teachers and our principals. We're in school every day, and they're making a big difference with our kids who need to be in school. And very proud of our teachers and the Riverside School District.
Absolutely, this is a first-class act here at Riverside. As you go around, Taylor for the tray, comes up short, and coming up with the rebound is Bates. So they trail by 13. There's still plenty of time. 5:30 on the clock. Bates needs to kind of take over here for Notre Dame Green Pond, whether it's a 3 or drive to the hoop, draw a little contact. You're looking at this from an outsider. Lavelle will try not to let her do a whole lot. That's a runner, doesn't go. Good job transitioning. Look at this Chris Passman here from Riverside. This is Lady Vikes basketball. They double team, you got somebody open. And Jack Mikhailo saying, we're just gonna make them work for everything. We're gonna slow things down. We're gonna make them foul us. Rose falls down.
Well, if they don't follow, what it's gonna do is spread them out. And you give Kylie or a Kayla Rose a driving lane, they're either gonna drive and finish or they're gonna drive and kick to one of our shooters, namely Emily Taylor there if she steps in. But right now they're just trying to shorten the game, take the air out a little bit, and get to the free throw line. Get us closer to that bonus.
Yeah, and at the same time, I think you're going to frustrate Notre Dame Green Pond a little bit. 5 team fouls to 3 team fouls. Well, we told you a lot about our platinum sponsors here. How about our gold sponsors? Kylie Lavelle gets fouled on that drive. Judy Joes, Precision Construction, SNF, People's Security Bank, and the parents of the class of 2021. And Paul Brennan, you had mentioned as we get Kylie Lavelle over the free throw line, you mentioned so much about the teachers, and, you know, Dan Digwood, what a professional he is, and you know, your coaches, your administration. But you got some really good parents here who help lead these kids, and you have a great, strong parent group here that believes in their kids academically and athletically.
Well, and that's why I mentioned it earlier in the game. We'd put our GPA with this team up here, up against anybody, and that starts at home. Good parenting translates over into the classroom. And as you can see, our parents are very involved in their kids' lives. And, you know, we're very thankful. It makes our job a lot easier.
So there's 4:21 on the clock. We're in the fourth quarter. Notre Dame Green Pond at a District 11. Good quality ball club. Outside, Bomaroni goes Reagan Cooper. Time out.
A 3-pointer.
As Coach Kopp says, listen, I don't care if it's a full or a 30. I just need a timeout as we get a little closer. We're within 11 now with 4:13 to go. So on one hand, if you're the Riverside Vikes, Lady Vikes, you keep your foot on the gas, you keep the ball away. There's all kind of different thoughts. We'll take a quick audio timeout. We'll be right back. So we're back here at Riverside. Paul Brennan, the superintendent, John Mendola with you here on the John Mendola Show Network. Here comes Kylie LaBelle. She saw that right off the start and took it. Soon as she threw that ball in, you saw the look on her face.
Yeah, if you're going to press, you got to know where she's at. Great move there, easy layup. But I think what you're going to see from us now is we might spread it out a little bit and slow it, but we're going to attack now, I believe. So they're going three-quarter court here for Notre Dame Green Pond. You heard their coach yell, go three-quarter.
Media timeout.
We're going to immediate timeout here, John.
We'll inform the media when we see them. All right, media timeout. It's going to be Notre Dame Green Pond ball. All right, there's 3:50 on the clock. 13-point advantage. So after that timeout, previously, LaBelle took the ball coast to coast. They'll throw a pick, they'll throw it over to the other side, try to get a three, and that doesn't go. Goes Cooper, trying to pull the trigger. And Tenachi over to Rose. Mikhailo saying, let's slow it down, let's be smart. Here's Rose gonna come in. Gets it over to Karpinski, and that was close. But those are the type of things that these type of big games, you got to have a handle on the rock. And now we're going to foul here as Baker got beat there. And then she just reached out to touch LaBelle just to get that foul. 17 fouls. We'll get some substitutions in as we get DeFranco into the ball game. And number 10, Miklos. 3:26 on the clock. 17 fouls again for Notre Dame Green Pond. 3 team fouls for Riverside with 3:26 on the clock. Free throw goes.
And she'll shoot another.
Yeah, if the Lady Vikes can hang on, which it looks good right now, this will be another signature win for them. Team that's very strong out of District 11. Hopefully we can play them again next year, especially with Bates back. Be a nice matchup head-to-head there again with her and Kylie. And we're senior laden, so a lot of ours graduate, but we have a lot of young talent, as you know, coming up to support Kylie there. So let's see if I'm Notre Dame, I'm tacking. Nice steal by Karpinski, and she's going to lay it in. Oh.
Almost able to finish that. Again, there's a little pressure on those quick layups. Notre Dame Green Pond 3. Didn't go. Battle down low. Quick shot. Kayla Rose. So Rose got it right there with 2:47 on the clock. Rose dribbling around, missed Karpinski. Karpinski was looking, hey, I'm over here. And Kayla just didn't see her out of the corner of her eye with 2:35 to go. Rose will drive in, off, and Karpinski, got it. Karpinski, just a tough young lady. She's gonna go to Penn State, Maine. Really, really smart young lady. But boy, she'll be playing probably a lot of sports into her adult life. And she'll be good at anything she plays, golf, tennis, flag football, frisbee. I mean, you just see her tenaciousness. She wants to win. LaBelle now with the basketball, 2:09 on the clock. You see the air is out of Notre Dame Green Pond at this point, 53-36. Unusual for them right now to be in this position, Notre Dame Green Pond, where a team just kind of has taken it to them and opened things up, as Paul Brennan had alluded to earlier. You're thinking this thing's still going to be tight, And Riverside has kept that foot on the gas And Notre Dame Greenpond has just struggled here in the second half offensively. Baker tries to get that long ranger, can't make it. So 2 for a quarter, no.
Well, I think Bates had a look there that she's going to look to take. She looks definitely frustrated. If I'm her coach, I'm just saying, look, just keep playing hard, just keep attacking, and let it play out how it plays out. But back to what I said earlier, I think they start doing things they're not normally used to doing, or their coach wants them to do. The spread's going to get a lot farther.
So we got 129 left in this contest.
Fourth personal.
Pinsky picks up her 4th foul. McKeefrey will come back into the ballgame.
Team fourth.
Jack Mikhailo excited about this squad this season. Dunmore and Scranton Prep, they go up to 4A. You know, it's really an unfortunate situation where Pinsky comes out, McKeefrey comes in for those squads, but it should benefit Riverside. But in the end, Coach Mikhailo said, listen, we got to find a way to finish. We got to find a way to advance and keep going, whether it's the regular season or the playoffs. Lavelle does a Spinderella right there, tries to get through a couple, then kicks it over to McKeefrey with 1:22 to go. Mikhailo, let's just relax. Let's get it out. Let's spread them out. Let's just move the ball around at this point, and then we'll get a quick little foul here, and that's another team foul. We'll head over to the free throw line.
Oh, and it puts Morgan Antonacci at the line, and you know, the front ends of these 1-on-1s are very important. If the game was a little bit tighter, so she should be a little bit more relaxed here. Good to see her to get a chance to score here. Nice shot by Morgan.
You mentioned a little bit about everything today. The sponsors, Paul, just on your end, obviously, you know, you're thankful for any community business that is able to reach out and help. So we get Nenishin, Olanovich, and Sloboda. Bagahan Auto Store, Honla Hockey, the Platinum sponsors, Judy Joe's, Precision Construction, SNF, People's Security Bank, and the parents of the class of 2021. Grateful that you have nice local community sponsors.
Absolutely, they're the usual suspects. So those ones that we're very proud of for supporting our kids. They know the value of supporting kids and supporting the community, and not only them, but some other companies that really support us. But those ones that you just named are the ones that are involved and have their hands in everything to make our community a better place. So we appreciate that.
All right, here we go. We got 1:13 on the clock. We got substitutions all over the place. As 55-36, this game is in hand. And Notre Dame Greenpond will try to move the ball along. We'll give you some names here of the young ladies trying to get it done right now. So Notre Dame Greenpond will work it around. That is Gormley. Gormley falls down, and we'll get a jump ball. So Emma Altmaier, who is in 10th grade, hopefully she's okay. She might have lost the contact there. That's always tough, but we got a really clean floor here, so you're going to find it. Impressed by your custodial crew as well here, Paul. I know we're kind of in a position where we're just thanking everybody, but you know what? They deserve it. You know, you come in here right after a game. You know, as soon as the parents clear out, you guys are doing that deep sanitation that you need to do, and these guys do it very thoroughly throughout the whole bleachers. You know, that's what you need to do in this day and age here with COVID. You got a quality crew here. They're always working.
Well, you'll see the disinfectants coming in. It's a different world we're in with this pandemic, and they'll be spraying the disinfectants in the bleachers, and the floor we keep maintained, as you know, because we need to not only look good here for at our sporting events, but during our phys ed class.
So Paul got fouled, so head over to the free throw line, trying to shake off the the foul and get on that free throw line and sink one here for Notre Dame.
For the pool.
51.1 seconds to go. That one goes long. Bounce out McKeefery, but a rebound there. Now they'll look to the outside, try to drive in as number 23. Unable to make that is Altmaier, and the rebound goes to Olanovich. We'll go back over to Morgan Antonacci. 35 seconds here on the clock. McKeefery. Looking around now. Olanovich. 23 seconds to go. This game almost in hand. Nenish. McKeefery will drive, kick it back out. Sloboda will drive in. She'll come back out to McKeefery with 14 seconds. And then that should wrap it up here. Good sportsmanship, good game. Notre Dame Green Pond, a quality opponent. The coach, Josh Gopp, he's very good. But it's Riverside State. The Lady Vikes win a big 55-36. Paul Brennan, thank you so much for joining us. Final thoughts?
No, thanks for having me. That's a great signature win for our Lady Vikes. Glad we're playing these types of high caliber teams because it's only going to pay dividends as we move into the district and the state playoff.
Good luck,
I believe the Lady Vikes will have Elk Lake next week, so we'll get to see Elk Lake as they come to town. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a good afternoon, everybody. Lady Vikes victorious.